Hi Instagrammers, hi Facebookers, maybe Facebookers, I don't know yet, and Instagrammers and YouTubers and all the other people. How are you? So the 15th of October 2022 saw the first ever Trans Pride in Southampton. It was organised by the chair of People's Pride in Southampton and also a good friend of mine, Mabel. And what you're going to see now is some clips of the day and hopefully my speech, if it fits. I don't know that yet, so I don't know if it fits. And my feedback at the end. So join, see you a bit. Come on, Clara, wait here. Go on, Mabel! I'm going to take them all in if they march past. We've got the whole lot.
Come on, big cheers for trans rights. Come on, Pete, keep that hype up.
Brian.
Trans rights and human rights! Trans rights and human rights!
Here come the socialists bringing up the rear, Clara. Hello, Graham.
Alright, love it.
Come and join us! Trans rights and workers' rights, come and join in!
Make sure we are listening to what the marshals are saying when they're telling you, please, it's for your safety.
What do we want? Trans rights! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Trans rights! When do we want it? Now! Trans rights and human rights! 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 What do we want? Trans rights! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Trans rights! When do we want it? Now!
Trans rights and human rights.
Trans rights and human rights!
What do we want?
Trans rights! Now! Trans rights and human rights!
Do you want me to see if I can get to this?
I'm Orla. I'm the trans officer for Southampton Pride. I'm also a YouTuber and Instagrammer, so if you want to check my very meagre channel out, it's Orla Story Auckland on Instagram and YouTube. Everybody seems to think that Stonewall was the first Pride. Everybody refers to Pride as a riot because of Stonewall. But it wasn't the first. Trans women predominantly have been at the vanguard of organising rights for trans people. So I'm going to go through 3 incidents that took place from the 50s until the 60s that no one really has heard about. So the first one is May 1959. Cooper's Donuts, a donut and coffee house. It stayed open all night and was on the rough stretch of Main Street in Los Angeles between 2 gay bars. The police would regularly patrol the area, stopping trans women and checking their IDs. If your ID didn't match your identity, you were arrested. One night in May 1959, the police raided Cooper's coffee house They started rounding up the trans folk in and around the calf. In one moment, the trans women resisted and en masse rioted. Donuts and coffees were thrown at police, and in the end, the riots spilled out into the streets. Then there was Dewey's in Philadelphia in 1965. Dewey's was an late-night coffee house, and it appealed to a similar sort of crowd as Cooper's did. In April 1965, Dewey's started to refuse service to customers who, as the newspapers described, wore non-conformist clothing. On April 25th, 150 patrons protested at the coffee house in what seems to be the first of an act of civil disobedience over trans rights discrimination. 3 teenagers refused to leave after they were refused service and were arrested. For the next few weeks, the queer community in Philadelphia picketed Dewey's. They handed out leaflets, they handed out other literature protesting Dewey's treatment of gender-variant folk. Finally, on May 2nd, 1965, the community held another sit-in. This time there were no arrests, and Dewey's finally backed down. And finally, in Compton's cafeteria riot in 1966, the main one. One weekend night in August 1966 in San Francisco's Compton Street Cafe was buzzing with the late-night crowd of trans folk. The owner was often called the police to arrest and move on trans women in his cafe who he didn't want in his premises anymore. That night, he phoned the police, and the police arrived, and they started manhandling a particular trans woman who was sitting at a table. She'd had enough. She threw a coffee at the copper, and a melee ensued. They tore up the cafe. The fight spilled out onto the streets. Trans women used their heavy purses and their stiletto heels to beat the coppers with. Police cars were vandalised, and the newspaper stalls in the streets were burnt down. These were the first that we have knowledge of. The first 3 protests that started and are commonly accumulated in Stonewall. They were uprisings, all before Stonewall and all led by the trans community. When we've had enough, we tend to have had enough. We rally and we fight for the LGBT community because we are the ones that have it the roughest. And as I say, when we've had enough, we tend to have had enough. Thank you very much.
So that was the event, and it was brilliant. It was really good. I was terrified it was going to rain, and a lot of people wouldn't turn out. But it was fantastic. Mabel did an absolutely brilliant job. There was about, I think, estimates were over 200 people attended. That's not bad for the trans community in, say, a small sleepy town city like Southampton. That's not too bad. So it was, I really enjoyed myself, and I'd like to take this opportunity, because I didn't do it at the time, as you saw in the vlog, in the last footage, because I'm an idiot. But I told her afterwards anyway. I want to put on record my thanks to Mabel for allowing me and inviting me to speak at Trans Pride this year for the first ever one. On behalf, I would like to say on behalf of Southampton Pride, we extend a hand to you, Mabel, and anything you would like us to do in the future, anything that we can do to make the event bigger and better and help with it, please let us know. We are here for you. We will do that. Definitely. I had a talk with a number of other people involved, so watch this space in the future for other events coming up maybe, and some collaboration. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Mabel. It was a fantastic day. I loved every minute of it. Me and Clara came backwards and forwards from the event all day. It was great to see all the stall holders in there. It was great to see the unions. It was great to see Beyond Reflection there. It was really good. So thank you to all who volunteered, and People's Pride Southampton who put on security. Thank you. You did a fantastic job. There were some concerns over some other issues that I'm not going to go into here until I'm allowed to, but it was fantastic. Everything was just absolutely fantastic. First Trans Pride in Southampton. Let's hope for many more. Thank you, Mabel. Thank you, everybody involved. I'll see you again soon. Please like, share and subscribe. Goodbye.